The story of King Uzziah. The story of Uzziah, also known as Azariah, can be found in the Bible in the book of 2 Chronicles, specifically in chapter 26. Uzziah was 16 years old when he ascended the throne of Judah. This is mentioned in 2 Kings 15:2. He was strong-willed, full of curiosity, and had a heart yearning for adventure. Uzziah belonged to the royal family, growing up amidst wealth and privilege. But despite his privileged upbringing, his heart was humble, and he yearned to serve his people. Uzziah's father, Amaziah, was the king of Judah at the time, and he led the nation with wisdom and righteousness. Inspired by his father's leadership, Uzziah desired to follow in his footsteps and make a difference. He admired the great kings of the past, like David and Solomon, and their commitment to the Lord. As Uzziah grew older, he became known for his wisdom, integrity, and military prowess. The people respected him, for they saw the fire that burned within him. Uzziah's accomplishments elevated him within the kingdom, and his father recognized his son's potential. One fateful day, as Uzziah pondered his purpose, a messenger arrived bearing somber news. The prophet Isaiah had sent word to the king that God desired to speak to Uzziah. Uzziah's heart skipped a beat as he considered the magnitude of this moment. He journeyed to the temple, his heart pounding with anticipation and trepidation. The sanctuary was filled with an aura of reverence and holiness. Uzziah entered the Holy of Holies, a place reserved for the most sacred encounters with the divine. As Uzziah approached the Ark of the Covenant, his heart raced with excitement, but he also felt a deep sense of awe and unworthiness. Suddenly, a brilliant light enveloped him, and a voice resonated through the temple. "Uzziah, I have called you by name. I have seen your heart, your desire to serve, and your hunger for righteousness. Today, I will anoint you as king over Judah. You shall carry on the legacy of your father, leading the people with wisdom and integrity. But remember, son, power brings responsibility. Stay humble before me and walk in the ways of the Lord." With trembling hands, Uzziah knelt before the presence of the Almighty, deeply humbled by this divine encounter. He vowed to follow the Lord's commands and lead the people of Judah with strength, compassion, and justice. True to his word, Uzziah reigned over Judah for 52 years. Under his loving guidance, the nation prospered and enjoyed a time of peace and unity. Uzziah fortified the cities, strengthened the military, and expanded the borders of Judah. His wealth and fame grew, but he never forgot the lessons learned in the Holy of Holies. Yet, as time went on, Uzziah's success fueled his pride. He began to see himself as invincible, forgetting that all the blessings he enjoyed were a direct result of God's favor and grace. He foolishly sought to usurp the priestly role, desiring to offer incense on the altar, an act strictly reserved for the Levits. As Uzziah stepped forward towards the altar, a divine fury unleashed upon him. A severe skin disease broke out on his forehead, symbolizing his pride and disobedience. The once mighty Uzziah was now marked with a visible sign of his transgression. With a heavy heart, Uzziah realized the gravity of his actions. Disgraced and overwhelmed by his disobedience, he was forced to relinquish his throne, confiding the kingdom to his son, Jotham. Uzziah lived the remainder of his days in isolation, separated from the court and the people he once led. Uzziah's legacy, though tarnished, left behind a valuable lesson for all who followed. It has become a timeless reminder of the importance of humility, obedience, and a fear of the Lord. And thus, the name Uzziah lives on, both as a testament to great leadership and a cautionary tale against the perils of pride. According to the biblical account, Uzziah died when he was 68 years old. This is mentioned in 2 Chronicles chapter 26 verse 23. According to the Bible, Uzziah died from leprosy. In 2 Chronicles chapter 26 verses 16 to 21, it is mentioned that Uzziah became prideful and entered the temple to burn incense, which was a task reserved for the priests. As a result of his disobedience, God struck him with leprosy, and Uzziah lived the rest of his life in isolation until his death.